The woman Sheikh Hamdan cries for in secret. There is a woman out there right now, living a quiet life, and the Crown Prince of Dubai cries for her. Not in public, not in front of his family, not in front of the cameras that follow his every move, but in private, in the silence of a palace that looks perfect from the outside but feels completely empty from the inside. And today I am going to tell you who she is, what she meant to him, and why. Even now, after everything that has happened, she is still the one he cannot forget. Most people look at Sheikh Hamdan and see everything: the horses, the skydiving, the poetry, the smile that has made millions of women around the world stop scrolling and pay attention. He has a life that looks like a dream, a palace in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, a title, a future, a legacy. But if you look just a little closer, past the Instagram posts and the public appearances, you will see something that does not match all of that. You will see a sadness that never fully goes away, a heaviness in his eyes that no amount of adventure seems to fix. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. That sadness has a name, and her story starts long before most of his followers even knew who Fazza was. She was not a princess. She was not from a royal family. She did not come with power or political connections or a last name that would impress anyone at a royal dinner. She was just a woman, a real woman. And Hamdan, a young man at the time, still learning who he was, fell completely in love with her. Not the kind of love that looks good on paper, the kind of love that keeps you up at night, the kind that makes you write poetry at 2 in the morning because the feelings inside you are too big to hold in silence. He wrote for her. Many of his early poems, the ones that feel the most raw, the most honest, were written with her in mind. People read those poems and feel something deep, because real love, when it is written down, always finds its way into the hearts of strangers. And that is exactly what happened. Millions of people connected with his words without ever knowing who those words were really about. But love, even the deepest, most real kind, does not always get to survive, especially not when you are born into a family like his. His father, Sheikh Mohammed, is one of the most powerful and strategic leaders in the world. He does not make decisions based on feelings. He makes decisions based on the future, and the future of Dubai, the future of the Al Maktoum family, required something very specific from his son. It required a marriage, a royal marriage, an arranged marriage with someone from the right family, with the right connections, who would strengthen the position of the crown. And that woman was Shaika bint Said Al Thani, Hamdan's first cousin from his mother's side. Hamdan tried. People close to him say he quietly pushed back and he did not want this. He already loved someone. He had already given his heart somewhere else. But when your father is Sheikh Mohammed and the future of an entire emirate is on the line, your personal feelings become very small very quickly. The marriage happened in 2019, and Hamdan walked down that path carrying something heavy that nobody around him was allowed to talk about. Sheikha was not blind. She could feel from the beginning that something was missing, that her husband was present in body, but somewhere else, entirely in his heart. She tried to make it work. By all accounts, she is a good woman, kind, dignified, everything a royal family could ask for. But she could not compete with something she never even knew the full details of. And then she found out about the other woman, about the years of poems and feelings, and a love that Hamdan had never truly let go of. And when she found out, everything between them shattered. After that, Hamdan did something that surprised even those closest to him. He went back to her, the woman he had always loved. He married her quietly, away from the public eye, away from the cameras and the headlines. She became his wife, She became the mother of his children. And for a brief, beautiful moment, it looked like Hamdan had finally chosen himself, finally chosen his heart over everything else. But that moment did not last. When Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed passed away, the entire political structure of the UAE shifted. The pressure on Sheikh Mohammed became enormous, and that pressure rolled downhill, straight to Hamdan. His father needed him stable, needed him protected, needed him to present a united, powerful front to the world. And part of that meant going back to the arrangement, going back to Sheikha Shaika, rebuilding that alliance, showing the world that the Crown Prince of Dubai was solid, rooted, untouchable. So the woman Hamdan loved, the mother of his children, was asked to step back, to leave, to disappear from his life quietly so that the image of the royal family could remain intact. And she did. She left Dubai. She took the children, and Hamdan stood there and watched it happen because he had no other choice. That is the woman he cries for in secret, not because she did anything wrong, not because the love died, but because duty killed something that deserved to live. Because a crown, no matter how beautiful it looks from the outside, always costs something. And what it cost Hamdan was the one person who loved him for exactly who he was. Not the prince, not the crown prince of Dubai, just Hamdan, just the man who writes poetry at 2 in the morning and feels everything too deeply to ever fully hide it. His poems since then have been different, heavier. The one he posted on June 29th spoke about a soul searching for life but finding only emptiness. You do not write something like that when you are at peace. You write something like that when you are lying awake at night, thinking about someone you cannot call, someone you cannot go back to, someone who is raising your children somewhere far away while you perform happiness for the rest of the world. People always ask, why do women all over the world feel so connected to Sheikh Hamdan? And the answer is this: because he feels like someone who understands loss, who understands loving someone and not being able to hold on to them, who understands doing the right thing and paying a price for it that never stops hurting. And that kind of pain, it does not matter where you are from. It does not matter how old you are. It reaches through the screen and it finds you. She is still out there, living quietly, raising his kids. And somewhere in Dubai, behind palace walls that the rest of the world will never see inside, the Crown Prince of Dubai is missing her. If this story moved you, if you want to keep following the real life of Sheikh Hamdan, his poetry, his pain, and everything the headlines don't tell you, subscribe to this channel right now and hit the bell. I post every week, and every video goes deeper than the last.